All right, hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Jen. All right, so today we're going to be talking about water rights. Yes, water rights. Real estate as water rights, believe it or not, okay? So let's go over the first one, riparian rights. Riparian rights refers to a river or moving body of water, okay? So when you think of riparian rights, always think of moving body, okay? Rivers are moving bodies of water. They keep going. It's always in a continuous stream, okay? So riparian rights, moving body of water. You can also still use ludicrous to pass this, okay? Move, get out the way, okay? Now, littoral rights. Littoral rights refers to a lake, a body of water standing still. So when I first got into real estate and I started learning about water rights, I was like, dang, I never thought about that. Lakes do just sit still, right? A body of water that just stands still. A lake, they're still. They're pretty still unless you throw a rock in it or your boat, you know what I mean? But lakes are still. They're not moving streams of water, okay? Also, accretion. Accretion is the addition of land, the gradual buildup of land. So think of accretion in this way, right? It's like you're acquiring something. You're acquiring land. So for example, perfect example, say, for example, there is like an earthquake, a major earthquake, right? And all of a sudden you go outside to your home and you've just acquired a whole bunch of land because the earthquake has, pushed some things into your property, right? So now you've acquired that land due to that natural disaster, okay? So that's an example of accretion. It's the addition of land, a gradual buildup of land, right? So even if, for example, say you live by the ocean, right? And the ocean is pushing a bunch of sand, a bunch of things up onto your property. That's acquiring land. That's the gradual accretion of land. So think of accretion as something that you're acquiring. You're acquiring land, and normally with accretion, it's due to something that's naturally happening in the atmosphere, right? So think of a natural disaster. You're acquiring land from that. Think of maybe an ocean. If you live by water, you can acquire pieces of land from the water just pushing it forward. So think of accretion as acquiring, okay? Now, avulsion is the tearing away of land, right? The tearing away. So say, for example, let's use earthquake as another example, or perfect. We can use a tornado, right? When a tornado happens, typically it tears away your land, right? It sweeps it up and tears it away. So avulsion, it tears away the land, right? So also water can do that as well. Like if you're living by a beach or if you're living by a body of water, it can gradually start tearing away pieces of your land, okay? So we can think of it in that way. So let's go to a question. Riparian rights apply to those located on borders of what type of water? A, rivers and streams. B, bays and arms of the sea. C, subterranean captivities, or D, all of the above. Now remember, riparian rights. If you answered A, rivers and streams, you are absolutely correct because riparian rights apply to what? Continuous streams, moving bodies of water. So rivers and streams would be considered riparian rights. That would be the correct answer. Let's go over the question again. Riparian rights apply to those located on borders of what type of water? A, rivers and streams. B, bays and arms of the sea. Bays and arms of the sea would not be considered riparian rights because the ocean, right, it pulls back and comes forward. It's not a continuous stream. Subterranean captivities, we know that's not it. I don't even know what that really is, but we know it's not it. It's not all of the above because these two answers are not correct. So remember, riparian rights only refer to rivers and streams, okay? So today, as I told you, I want to give encouragement with, every one of my videos that I go over. And I just wanted to talk about something that I kind of dealt with in my life personally, and hopefully it can help one of you, Recently I went through a major hurt and betrayal. And, I was just going to God. I was like, God, like, how, please heal my heart. Like, I don't want to hurt. I don't want to feel this way. I don't want to have this hurt and pain toward this person. Like, I really want to move on, God. Like, I was going to God, crying, begging. Like, I'm like, God, please, like, I forgive this person. Forgive me. Like, please. Like, I want to be over it, right? And God literally told me, he was just like, you know, you need to pray for this person. And I was like, what? Pray? Pray for them. They hurt me. They need to be praying that I'm in their good graces, okay? But God was just like, no, just pray for them. So, you know, I was waking up and I was giving these rinky-dink prayers, like, okay, I pray for so-and-so. Okay, God, I did it, right? And so every time I get on Instagram, there would literally be someone talking about forgiveness. There would literally be someone talking about grace. There would literally be someone saying, hey, you know, if you want to get over your hurt and pain in the past, you have to really pray for these people that have hurt you. And I'm like, God, I'm doing that. But he checked me and he was like, no, you're not doing it truly and deeply from within. You know, you're not really praying for them. You're just like, okay, I pray for them. It's not coming from an honest place. You know what I mean? You're just giving these rinky-dink prayers. Pray for them like you pray for yourself. Pray for them like you pray for your family. So I was like, okay, God, I'm gonna try. So I was, you know, praying for this person. I was like, you know, I pray that they have blessings. I pray, God, that you continue to increase in them. I was just going in as if I was praying for myself. I was praying the same prayers for this person, right? So then I came across John Bevere and his teaching called The Bait of Satan. And man, when I tell you, that completely blew my mind. And he was talking about what God had already told me to do, praying for, you know, those who have hurt you. And he was like, this is how you move on from past pain. And I'm like, you know what, God, I really appreciate you for showing me this. And the scripture he used was Matthew 5:44. Pray for those who persecute you. You have to. And that's the way you heal. That's the way God can heal you, because you're coming to him and you're saying, God, I'm offended, right? When you take offense to things and you don't come to God and you're not honest about it, how can he heal you, right? But you also have to do what he's instructing you to do. If he's telling you, hey, you know what, pray for this person. This is how I'm going to be able to heal you. You have to do that. So the more I started doing and the more I started praying for this person, I felt the weight lifting. I mean, you guys, literally lifting off of me. Literally lifting off of me. I continued to pray for them every single day, even if it was, y'all, it was so hard. I'd be like, God, I pray you bless them. God, I pray you. And I had to take my ego out of it. I really did. But the more that I kept doing it every single day, the more I was genuinely praying for them. Because I don't know the battles that they're going through and why they did me the way that they did. But it's not my business. All God is telling me to do is pray. And you guys, when I tell you that weight has lifted off of me, God has healed my heart. I surrendered myself and I said, God, you know what? You were right. All I had to do was pray for them. And I feel so light. God really restored and he healed me. So if there's anyone, you guys, that, you know, you have unforgiveness in your heart for any of that, please, you guys, go to God, pray for them. Pray for yourself, pray for that you have forgiveness. But the more that you pray for them and the more that you go to God about the situation, I promise you, he's going to lift it off of you and he's going to heal you. Trust me when I tell you. You know, and also in his teaching, John Bevere, he said, an offended person who cannot forgive is a person who has forgotten what they have been forgiven of. And you guys, God just started downloading things when I was kind of resisting praying for this person. God started downloading things into me, and the things he's forgiven me for, the things that he has let go, you know, Jesus goes to God for us, right? So if we're not sitting in a place of repentance, a place of forgiveness, a place of purity, then how can God forgive us? If we're upset with someone, if we're so offended by what someone has done to us, how can we expect God to forgive us, right? I want God to forgive me because, baby, let me tell you something. Every day I make a mistake. Every single day, you know? And I don't want God to hold it against me. I want God to forgive me. So anybody that you guys have any offense against, any unforgiveness towards, you guys take the time to pray for them. And that's how your healing begins. That's how forgiveness begins. That's how even reconciliation begins, you know? You can be reconciled with those who have offended you by just praying for them, praying for what's going on in their lives, okay? So just wanted to give you guys that little point. I'll put his teaching in in my description, so if you guys want to go check it out, you can. I mean, I couldn't even stop watching it because I felt like God was talking directly to me through his message. So you guys, I'm telling you today, take the time to forgive. Take the time to release the spirit of offense, because let me tell you something, offense can really take over. It can make your mind go crazy. You know what I mean? You hear about people who have been so hurt by someone, they end up going to kill them or going to stab them, and they end up in a worse predicament than when the person actually offended them or hurt them. So you guys, I'm telling you today, get your healing, forgive, pray for those who have hurt you. I promise you, you will feel a weight lifted. I love you guys. I'm here for you guys. Leave some comments. Let's talk about it. I'm here to pray. I'm praying for all of you. Trust and believe me, I am. You know, I spend time with God every day. I take 30 minutes or an hour and I really spend time with God, and it's been really amazing, you guys. I'm still on this journey. I'm a beginner. I'm not perfect. God knows it, but I'm okay with not being perfect. You know what I mean? Only God is perfect. So I love you guys. I'm here for you. Leave some comments, subscribe, and we will see you in the next episode. See you later.